Political heat is on in the East Bay. First, it was the Alameda County District Attorney. Now, a recall effort for Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao.
Organizers say they have more than enough signatures to do it, and they plan to file the paperwork tomorrow.
So Oakland defunded the police and went light on crime. Now the people are trying to recall both the mayor and the district attorney because things have gotten crazy. Now, welcome to Oakland, California, population 450,000. Let me take you back to before the defund the police movement hit the United States. See, crime in Oakland was at historic lows and going down. And that's because the city invested in police and took a tough on crime approach. If you don't believe me, here's how the news media covered the reduction in crime at the time.
Oakland is seeing a dramatic drop in the crime rate, especially when it comes to murder.
KPIX5's Ann Makovic takes a look at the strategy by the police department, and it appears to be working.
Yeah, good news is certainly welcome. This is a city that has averaged more than 100 homicides a year for the last 4+ decades. And today, Oakland leaders releasing the annual crime data report, which they say shows a steady 5-year decline in shootings, homicides, and robberies. There were 75 homicides occurring in Oakland last year. That is down from 85 in 2016, and that follows that downward trend. 2016 brought a 12% drop in violent crime versus the 5-year average, and a 20% drop in robberies. The police department has credited the improvement on a more prominent police presence and getting help from the community. With better technology, more residents and business owners are giving police video evidence of crime. Churches, youth groups, and nonprofits have also been stepping up their work in prevention.
Now, this takes us to the BLM movement and calls to defund the police. Now, this was all because police were seen as racist, especially after the George Floyd murder and other high-profile cases. So, Oakland decided to join the trend of defunding their police department.
In Oakland tonight, defunding the police has become a reality. Hours ago, the council voted to take more than $18 million away from the police department to invest in violence prevention programs.
Where 3 hours ago, the city recorded its 62nd homicide of the year. A man shot and killed on Chestnut Street, West Grand Avenue. No word on a motive yet. This latest homicide comes after a vote by the city council last night to cut the mayor's proposed police budget by $18.4 million. The mayor says that's going to result in the loss of 50 police officer jobs at a time when violent crime is way up. Those backing the cuts say the money's better spent on violence prevention programs.
So, as you can expect, if you defund the police department and those type of services, then crime may go up. And it did in Oakland. It went up dramatically.
But let's get right over to KPIX5's Ann Makovic, who is live at the news desk on Oakland's increase in violent crime.
Yeah, those numbers just released this morning show a reverse of years of falling violence in Oakland. So this is a new disturbing trend. Let's take a look at some of those numbers. There were 6,351 violent crimes recorded in Oakland last year, the highest number in the last 5 years, and a 7% increase over 2018. Homicides, aggravated assaults, and robberies were all up. The only violent crime that fell was rape.
So as crime started going up, the good people of Oakland had a great idea. They elected a light on crime DA and an anti-police mayor. This could only be good for the city. Matter of fact, the DA was so pro-criminal, she advocated that a man who shot and killed a child in a drive-by get no jail time.
Price wrote this email as an update on the Jasper Wu case. The little boy lost to gang violence in November of 2021. 23-month-old Jasper Wu lost his life to a stray bullet while riding in his car seat.
It happened because two rival gangs were having a rolling gun battle on Highway 880.
3 men, Trevor Green, Johnny Jackson, and Ivory Bevins, have their preliminary hearing on murder charges in 3 weeks. A member of the AAPI community asked Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price for an update on the case. And Price sent this email yesterday that reads in part, "Our office is currently working on a partnership with the Asian Law Caucus to support AAPI victims of violence in ways that open up broader possibilities for healing and non-carceral forms of accountability." Non-carceral, meaning no jail time, even for violent criminals.
If I were Jasper's parents, I would be highly offended and I would be very fearful.
Norbert Chu is a retired Alameda County Senior Deputy District Attorney. He served for 35 years. He says looking at that email, it is clear Price is paving the way for lesser charges and lesser sentencing in the Jasper Wu case. He called it insulting.
Now, along with that DA, they also elected this woman named Sheng Tao. Now, Miss Tao believed that police were the problem. They were racist against black and brown people, so she decided to fire the police chief and do it on her own. But there was a very, very, very tough consequence to her actions. Crime exploded.
Violent weekend in Oakland where police are investigating 24 armed robberies that took place within a 72-hour span.
You know, businesses near the Oakland Hills are getting pretty desperate for solutions. You can't blame them. They say a steady stream of break-ins, some caught on surveillance video, is not only threatening their safety, but also their livelihoods.
Robbery is a different story. While it's gone slightly up and down over the last 5 years, the 38% increase between 2022 and 2023 was dramatic. Turning to property crime, auto burglaries were high in 2019, then dropped for a year and have been rising ever since to a level in 2023 not seen in the last 10 years. Commercial burglaries have also seen a steady increase for the most part over the last 5 years, and have almost tripled since 2019.
So as you can see, crime is exploding under this mayor. Last year saw record highs in violent crime and property crime. So the people of Oakland decided to recall the mayor and the DA. This anti-police light on crime policy stuff wasn't working. Here they are recalling the mayor.
Oakland residents fed up with city leadership. Tonight, a group is pushing ahead with an effort to recall Mayor Sheng Tao.
It's time for her to go. It's time for her to go. She's not done anything to improve Oakland.
The recall effort launching just 1 week after Officer Tuan Lei was killed in the line of duty. Good evening this Friday. I'm Christina Rendon.
And I'm Jana Katsuyama. The group behind the effort says the mayor has failed to control crime and the city cannot wait until the next election to get new leadership. New at 10, I spoke with the organizers today as they were collecting signatures. Signs calling for Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao's recall prompted a passionate response from some Oakland residents.
No, this is the first time I've ever done it.
At the Mountain Boulevard Post Office Friday, Christopher Cook was among the people who signed a petition to put a recall on November's ballot.
We need someone who understands business, finances, and can manage the city in an intelligent way.
We need a strong mayor. We need a mayor that has experience and knows how to deal with the situations in Oakland.
Oakland's mayor has been in office only 1 year, but critics say they're fed up with what they see as Tao's lack of action to control the city's crime, pointing to high-profile attacks on businesses and residents, and now the fatal shooting of an Oakland police officer.
Stronger and faster response for the community. I just feel she's not fit for the job. I was just distraught at the fact that Oakland brought in the new year burying one of their officers. That's one of the saddest things.
The people here are really trying to come together as a community, but we lack the infrastructure, we lack the leadership.
But we've had a tremendous turnout. I mean, the interest is incredible.
Retired Alameda County Superior Court Judge Brenda Harbin Forte is leading the recall campaign. The letter of intent was sent certified mail to Mayor Tao on Saturday. The letter states, "You lack the competency, credibility, judgment, and the ability to lead what was once a great American city." The letter says grounds for the recall include creating a public safety crisis by systematically dismantling the Oakland Police Department, delaying OPD's exit from 20 years of federal oversight, missing the retail theft grant, and rising crime.
Now, the people of Oakland also have woken up and are recalling their woke DA. Check it out.
Well, last year it was San Francisco DA Chesa Boudin. Could Pamela Price be next? Another progressive local district attorney is in trouble. Tonight, Alameda County officially accepted a petition to recall District Attorney Pamela Price. Let's bring in NBC's Stephanie Magallon with what's next for the DA. Stephanie.
Raj, District Attorney Pamela Price now has 10 days to respond to the recall notice. After that, the group will have to gather more than 90,000 legal signatures to put the issue on a ballot.
I don't want any family to suffer what we have suffered. I don't want anyone to go through this.
She's demanding justice for her husband and fighting for a new district attorney.
We need to know that these people that are committing these crimes, these violent crimes, will
be prosecuted.
Now, Pamela Price, being the first black woman district attorney of the county, played the one card she knew she could play. It's time to play the race card. They're after me because I'm black.
The lesson is that when you show up for freedom and justice, you have to be ready for the backlash. Some people often say, why does it matter that you're the first black woman to serve in this seat? And they don't know, they need to understand the reality of being black in Alameda County. If you are a black person in Alameda County, you are 20 times more likely to be incarcerated than a white person. The racial injustice in this county is what we all need to be firmly committed against.
Now, with crime going out of control, whose fault is it? Who's to blame? So, the news media asked the mayor, are you to blame? And the mayor says, are you crazy? Of course I'm not to blame. It's someone else's fault.
Now, Mayor, some of your critics do allege that the burglary that took Officer Lay's life and other crimes that happened in 2023, that they happened on your watch. Data from your police department shows robberies, burglaries, and car thefts all up last year. How do you explain that?
You know, I have the best job in the world. That's because every day I have a chance to fight for a safer, more affordable, and prosperous Oakland. And I ask all Oaklanders to help me achieve that vision with hope and with collaboration, and really push aside division and fear. The only way that we're going to get through this is together. And, you know, I want to thank you for that question, because I should clarify the record. I have 3 points I want to make. First, making Oakland safer for children, families, businesses, and visitors is my top priority. And I join Oaklanders in demanding for more prevention, more enforcement, and more accountability for the criminal groups inflicting harm upon our community. Second, crime in Oakland has been on a steady rise since 2019. A full 3 years before I took office. And it is dishonest for anyone to state that crime started rising under my watch only. Under my watch, however, we looked under the hood and identified issues that needed fixing while setting priorities that really move Oakland forward. And third, my record is clear. Despite inheriting rising crime rates and a historic budget deficit, I have taken aggressive action to reduce crime by investing in a robust police department, by strengthening violence prevention initiatives, and leveraging technology to disrupt the criminal networks. And under my leadership, Oakland has more police officers, more safety ambassadors, and more violence prevention teams on our streets than any time in the last 2 years. Of course, things don't get better overnight. We have already diagnosed the issue, right? And so right now we are implementing our plan so that we can ensure to reduce crime and improve the whole community's sense of security here in the city of Oakland.
Now, the mayor is right. She's only been in office for a year, and during that year, burglaries, robberies, and carjackings are up and through the roof. So who's to blame? She's saying it's someone else. Now, the DA was also asked, whose fault is it that crime is exploding? Here's what she had to say.
The work of Pamela Price has been focused on progressive reforms, including alternatives to incarceration and not charging juveniles as adults. Now official paperwork to launch a recall has been filed.
There are people who say that we are here because they don't feel safe.
I was elected because the people in this community didn't feel safe, unfortunately. We know that crime under my predecessor was, pretty much exploding. The DA's role has really no impact on crime.
Yes, you heard that right. She said the DA's role has no impact on crime. Of course it does. The mayor and the DA want you to think that their policies are going to make things better, but everyone can see they are making things worse. So Oakland seems to have woken up. The liberal, and I mean liberal population of Oakland is trying to recall its mayor and its DA because they've gone too left wing. Question for you guys. Do you think this recall is going to be successful? Do you think the people of Oakland have finally woken up and said, hey, defunding the police and these light on crime policies are a bad idea, or a very bad idea? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to say it like I always say. I don't feel sorry for them because they voted them in happily, trying to virtue signal. The first this, the first that, and now they are suffering heavy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.